I have 4 subscribers to my Susie and the Scamp YouTube channel. Thank you for following me and subscribing to my channel. I don't even know who you are except for one person. I'm coming to you from Mattole Campground, and I'm at the ocean, and it's stunning and beautiful. And this is my like 4th outfit for the day. I can't get my clothes right today, and I can't get my temperature figured out today. But other than that, things are going well. This is my very first full day living in the Scamp without having a cabin close by to go get something I need. And it's going really well. I have to say, I made the right decision. Like, I'm already feeling so happy. I love having just a really small space and a place for everything and not a whole lot of stuff. I started playing my banjo again. When I was in junior high school, I wanted to play the banjo because my brother was playing the guitar, and I just wanted to do everything that he did. And the Eagles had a banjo in one of their songs, and every time that banjo came on, I just loved it. So I told my parents that I wanted to play the banjo. My dad bought me a really cheap little banjo, and sorry, Dad, it was kind of cheap though. Couldn't keep it in tune. But I played that thing like crazy, and within like 3 months, I was playing in a bluegrass band. Never really got super good on the banjo because eventually I switched to playing upright bass, and the banjo what I learned on the banjo has stayed with me for pretty much my whole life because I learned it so young. But I've never really gotten any better, and so picking it up now, I'm playing, it's like a brand new instrument. Even though I can play the banjo, learning something new is like brand new. Like, I'm like, wow, this is really hard. So anybody that learns a stringed instrument older in life, man, it's really hard. Anyway, so I've been playing the banjo, and it feels really good. I know I have to narrow down what I bring in the Scamp. I think I'm just going to stick with just the banjo. I have my journal. I haven't decided to write yet, but I have like these ideas of writing as well. So making these videos is not easy for me. I'm not even sure what to talk about or where to go. I was talking to this woman yesterday. She has a YouTube channel. She's like over 200,000 followers on her YouTube channel. That's all she does for a living is YouTube. And she just goes around the country and at places that she thinks are kind of cool to see. And she videotapes these places. And I think she's doing a video on where we're staying now, which is so amazing. And I can see why people would want to watch it. Because if you can't get out and about, and if you can't get to these remote places, YouTube is a great way to experience it through someone else's eyes. And so I think it's cool. She has this little travel YouTube channel, and but we were talking about what I was going to do with my channel because I have 4 subscribers. And what do you want me to do? Like, I could talk about like my life because I have a pretty interesting life. I could talk about some of that stuff, like being a flight attendant or being a California Highway Patrol officer in the 80s. I drove ambulances in San Francisco. I made leather wallets. I worked doing some various other adventures in Florida. I became a massage therapist. I moved to Washington, D.C. and became like a movie star massage therapist. I was seeing like people like Bob Hope and Tom Selleck. And then, after I retired from being a flight attendant after 21 years, I became a death doula and a life coach, and so that's what I'm doing now, and it really suits me. When I was this California Highway Patrol officer, I would be taking someone to jail because they were drunk driving or whatever, or driving on drugs, and they would be sitting in the back seat as I was carting their asses to the sheriff's station. Saying, gosh, I wish I had your phone number so I could talk to you. Like, I wish I had someone like you that could help me through this, and there was this part of me that was like, why am I taking you to jail when you really just need help? Like, you need someone to help you get through this time in your life. And I've always been that person who wants to help people get through the rough times. And even when I was in college, I volunteered for the Inland AIDS Project, and I sat at the bedside of men who were dying of AIDS whose family had abandoned them. So I've always had this passion for end of life, helping people through rough periods. My own experience with grief, I just really got fascinated with grief. I think grief is a super powerful. A it's like a express lane to deep soul work, and grief, I think that is going to be the answer to the changes that we all want to make, with the environment, and with, people that are homeless, and all of the pain in the world. And, if we don't feel it, we won't change it. Compassion comes from sadness. And when we're feeling content, we're feeling happy, we're not really motivated to make big changes in our lives. But when we see something that makes us sad, we want to make a change, and we want to make a difference. And when we're constantly trying to avoid sadness, then we don't make the changes that we need to make. So I kind of jumped on the grief wagon, and I just feel like if I can help people not be so afraid of being sad, if I can help people not be so afraid of having difficult feelings, then maybe more people will be willing to make big changes and and go through the disappointment of trying something and having it fail, and trying it again and having it fail, but having the ability to tolerate that disappointment. That's what I think my contribution is. I don't want this YouTube channel to just be all talking about grief and me just teaching about grief and everything like that, because I think it can be so much more. It can be a channel that I can show you my adventures, and I am definitely nomadic, and I love to experience the world in a way that feels challenging and exciting. So anyway, I want to take you with me on this adventure, but I also want to do the thing that moves me so much, was help people feel their feelings. So tell me what you think. I mean, really, honestly, follow me, subscribe, share it so that I can have more people to talk to if you think it resonates with people. And tell me what you want to hear about, because I have a ton of stories I can tell, or we can talk about grief, or I can just take you and show you where I'm staying. I could just do an adventure travel channel. I don't know, but I'd really like to know what resonates. Let me know.